a way to help people off the streets.
Nice.
Does anybody have any questions for me? I'll be happy to take a few minutes of questions if anybody has any questions.
Tom, I think you have to tell them, what are the two things that they need to know about solving the problem of homelessness?
I will just say that the biggest lesson I learned, more than we need more money or more programs or more anything, we need empathy. I mean, I don't know what happened to our society. It used to be when I was younger, and I'm telling how old I was, but in the 60s, when I was a kid, you know, if somebody down the street, somebody got sick, other folks actually made them food and helped them, and you know, you didn't have to really have family as much as you need it today. Today, if you don't have immediate family because of the internet and other things, that's kind of faded away, where we don't even kind of know our neighbors. And so we need empathy for other people, and we need to notice that person when we walk by, just like that home, okay? We need to remember, I'll tell you right now, I miss seeing it going out the door even though we're in a different house, because I started looking for it, and that's what we need to do here. So the first key is empathy. We need, and the second is just educating all the people you know, your church, whatever. I'll tell you right now, I give free speeches that'll make anybody cry. Grab my card, okay? Talk to people that you know about homelessness. That's how you can really help. Your money would be awesome tonight, you know, that's great. But truly educating people around Orlando and around the surrounding counties of Orange County. And that's why it says, you know, keeping it current in the OC. That's why this all came together, was because we're trying to keep, you know, actual things that matter to the community live. Yes?
Hi.
Hi, Mary.
I grew up with my mom. She was a great lady, and she taught us that if you see a homeless person, to pray for them, and because that is somebody's brother, or somebody's father or mother, and pray for them and have empathy for them. And as a grown woman, now I'm the youngest girl in an Irish Catholic family, so they don't want me hurt. So when I go off the off-ramp of I-4 and there's somebody there that's homeless, I don't want to roll down my window because of society today. So what is the best way, other than buying the art on the lawn, but more on a consistent basis?
I'm glad you said that.
For me as a lady, to help. I mean, I pray and I donate to the food banks and Orlando City Rescue Mission, and I do those things. But I feel like I would like to do more to acknowledge them. And, you know, there's some people that pretend, I guess, that you hear about, you know, so in the back of your mind you're going, am I being, well, how do I do it? How do I deal with that?
I'm asked that exact question at every speech in different ways. I'll tell you this, it's really, really simple.
And I pray for them.
And you know, they need empathy, and whoever, you know, I'm sorry you told me, but I lost, as you said, who had taught you.
My mom.
Your mom, I'm sorry.
And in Buffalo,
you know,
New York, in the winter, they were homeless.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine that? I haven't been in the cold yet, I don't plan on going, I don't think my wife's gonna let me, but the thing about it is that if you had a neighbor move in next to you that walked over and the first time you saw him said, give me money, what would you tell your neighbor? I don't know you. Look, here's every homeless person I've ever met that's gotten out of homelessness. Not a single one of them got out without somebody helping them.
Right.
So when you see that guy, maybe that's somebody you're not comfortable with, but maybe you pass a different person every single day on your way to work. Kind of, I don't want to use the verbiage like take them into your family or even adopt them, because that makes them sound like they're childish when they're just, I mean, I say they're people.
Right.
And so Danny is a good example. Danny, for years, Liz and Tim tried to get Danny off the streets. Danny, why are you successful right now? Tell us.
Well, to be honest, the reason why I'm successful is because I think it's what I want. I didn't want to be homeless, and it just took the encouragement, and I used to find my dreams in a bottle. So I have an alcohol problem, and that was my biggest problem, getting over the alcohol. And once I did, of course, I started seeing and realizing, listen, what do you want out of life? You know, I'm a Vietnam vet. a lot of things going for me.
And I don't mean to interrupt you, Danny, but I have to say this because Danny won't say it. You know, he was really messed up medically, and Liz and Tim, and we had to get like a lot of work done on him, that he was suffering on the streets, almost lost his foot. So, you know, when somebody says, you know, Danny, when you said you drank, I mean, literally, I gotta tell you, I could barely make it in Orlando without that issue and the pain that he was going through every day. I don't even, yeah, and I could go on and on, sleep deprivation and all. Danny, do you agree with me that having somebody help you helped, or?
Oh, absolutely, that's the key thing, someone caring about me and showing me that, you know, that's a better way of life. And not to pick names out, but Tim and this lady over here, Miss Hall, Miss Lisa, I mean Elizabeth, they never gave up on me. They kept coming back to me and saying, look,
For years, right?
Oh, for years. It lasted about 4 years, and you know, and finally, you know, I realized people did care about me. I am somebody, and you know.
And so to answer your question, everybody give Danny a hand. I don't advocate giving money to people.
No.
I advocate developing relationships. So my recommendation to you is, if you pass somebody and you're not comfortable with them, find somebody you are, ask them what their real issues are, get to know them, help them negotiate the difficulties to get through with somebody you feel comfortable with, and don't put yourself at risk. Don't go like running into homeless camps, because I assure you I've been chased out by a machete. You don't want to have that happen, okay? And not kidding around, totally serious. These people, there's a lot of them are severely mentally ill. So I'm saying be safe, but develop a relationship with somebody is the answer to your question. Did I answer it?
Yeah.